They told you to shrink. They told you to smile, to nod, to disappear quietly into the background like everyone else. You didn't. And that's the moment they made their first mistake. Let's go back to the beginning. Before the fear. Before the whispers. Before your name made rooms go silent. Back when you were just prey. You remember the room, don't you? Cold lights. Cold eyes. People sizing you up like you were an animal in a cage, waiting to see if you'd flinch. You flinched. Once. That's all they needed. One crack. One moment of hesitation, and they pounced. They labeled you. Filed you away. Not built for this. Too soft. Won't last. They didn't know they were writing your origin story. Every insult. Every dismissal. Every door slammed in your face. It wasn't destruction. It was forging. Like steel screaming under the hammer before it becomes a blade. And they kept swinging that hammer. Again and again. They thought they were breaking you. They were sharpening you. There's a moment, a specific, electric moment, when a person stops absorbing pain and starts weaponizing it. Nobody claps when it happens. No music swells. It's silent. It's internal. It's a switch flipping somewhere behind your eyes that no one else can see. That's the moment you flipped. And once that switch goes, there's no going back. You can't become what you're about to become. They kept underestimating you. That was their second mistake. You started studying. Obsessively. While they partied, you planned. While they mocked, you mapped. Every laugh aimed at you became fuel stored in a tank they couldn't see. You weren't angry anymore. Anger burns hot and dies fast. This was colder, sharper, patient. This was calculation. They thought silence meant surrender. Silence meant loading. Somewhere along the way, something in you shifted from, I hope they notice me, to, I don't need them to. And that shift, that's the most dangerous transformation a human being can undergo. The moment you stop needing their approval to move. Because the second you stop needing them, you start terrifying them. People fear what they can't predict. And you? You became unpredictable the day you stopped explaining yourself. You stopped announcing your moves. You stopped asking for permission. You started operating in silence, a ghost moving through a system built to catch people exactly like you. Except, you didn't move like prey anymore. You moved like something hunting. Every skill you built in secret was a blade sharpening in the dark. Every rejection was a lesson disguised as pain. Every no was data, and data, in the right hands, becomes power. You became a student of your own downfall, dissecting every failure like a surgeon, refusing to let a single wound go to waste. While others licked their injuries, you cataloged yours, turned them into blueprints. That's when the first real crack appeared in their confidence. They started noticing, but not the you they remembered. Someone new was showing up, calmer, sharper, unbothered by the noise that used to control you. They started asking questions. What happened to them? Why aren't they reacting anymore? Why do they seem different? They didn't understand. The version of you they knew how to manipulate didn't exist anymore. You'd already killed that version. Quietly, without ceremony. Buried it under months of relentless self-rebuilding. And what rose in its place had teeth. This is where it gets dangerous for them. Because now you're not reacting to their moves. You're anticipating them. You're 3 steps ahead, watching their patterns like a predator studying migration routes. They used to corner you. Now you corner opportunity. Every skill stacks. Every setback compounds. You're not growing linearly anymore. You're growing exponentially, and exponential growth is invisible, until suddenly it isn't. That's the terrifying part for everyone who doubted you. They don't see the storm building. They only see the sky darken right before it hits. And by the time they notice, it's already too late to prepare. You've stopped seeking validation from rooms that never believed in you. You've built your own room, your own rules, your own gravity. And people who once ignored you now find themselves inexplicably drawn into your orbit. Unsure why, only knowing that something about you has changed permanently. They sense it before they can explain it. The energy shifts when you walk in now. Conversations get quieter, postures straighten. People who used to talk over you now choose their words carefully, because somewhere, subconsciously, they know you're not fragile anymore. You're something else entirely. And here's the part that should send chills down your spine. This transformation isn't finished. It's still compounding. Every day you keep moving in silence, keep stacking skills. Keep refusing to explain yourself to people who never earned the right to understand you. You get further from the version they think they know. You become more unpredictable, more unrateable, more dangerous. Not dangerous in the way people fear violence. Dangerous in the way people fear inevitability. The kind of dangerous where competitors feel a chill when your name comes up in conversation because, deep down, they know they can't compete with someone who no longer needs their approval to keep moving. That's the real monster they created. Not someone who screams. Not someone who seeks revenge in dramatic, loud, chaotic ways. A quiet, focused, unstoppable force. One who turned every single rejection into fuel, every insult into intel, every "you'll never make it" into a private countdown clock ticking toward the moment they'd have to eat those words. And they will eat those words. Because momentum like this doesn't reverse. It only builds. Every early morning you chose discipline over comfort, compounding. Every night you studied instead of scrolling, compounding. Every time you stayed calm while they tried to provoke you, compounding. You're not chasing them anymore. You're not even thinking about them anymore. That's what makes this terrifying for the people who doubted you the most. The realization that you've moved on without needing their permission, their validation, or their applause. You left the arena they built for you and built your own. And in that new arena, you don't play by old rules. You don't shrink to make anyone comfortable. You don't apologize for outgrowing people who only knew how to relate to a smaller version of you. If they like the old you better, that's not your problem anymore. You didn't come this far to stay small enough to keep people comfortable. You came this far to become undeniable. And undeniable people don't ask for a seat at the table. They build a new table and let the old one collect dust. So here's the truth they were too afraid to tell you. They didn't want a monster. They wanted someone easy to control, someone predictable, someone who'd stay in the box they built. But every attempt to cage you just taught you how to break cages. Every attempt to silence you just taught you the power of strategic silence. Every attempt to make you feel small just fed the exact fire that made you unstoppable. They wanted a monster. They built one. And now, they have to live with what they created. Because there's no version of this story where you go back to who you were before. That person is gone, sacrificed, buried under every version of yourself you had to kill to get here. What's left standing is sharper, colder, more focused than anyone anticipated. And it's only getting started. So if you're watching this, if any part of this story feels like it's speaking directly to your life, understand this clearly. The version of you they underestimated is not the version that's coming for what's next. Let them remember you as difficult. Let them remember you as too much. Let them remember you as the one who didn't break when they expected you to. Because while they were busy trying to define you, you were busy becoming undefinable. And that is the most dangerous transformation of all.